Drivers headed into Providence from the East Bay may have noticed something a little different on their drive this morning.
A billboard visible to drivers on 195 West displaying inflammatory messages aimed at Governor McKee and the Department of Transportation for their handling of the Washington Bridge. Jake Holter joins us live in studio with the details. Jake?
Well, Shannon and Mike, the digital billboard sits just east of the Broadway exit, and the messages are paid for by nonprofit Watchdog RI, chaired by two-time candidate for governor Ken Block. He says the goal is to keep accountability for the bridge breakdown in the front of people's minds.
I can't think of a more important issue that's in front of us right now in this state.
Ken Block wants to make sure people don't forget about the Washington Bridge crisis, so he's taken the message straight to the drivers.
The billboard is certainly talking to an audience that we want to hit, and those are the commuters who have been most impacted by the insanity of this closed bridge and the aftermath of what's happened.
The billboard currently runs two messages from Watchdog RI. One says, quote, "If they had done their job, you would be home already." The other reading, quote, "They knew in 2012. But Governor Dan McKee pushed back, citing the improved traffic flow since the extra lanes went in going over the bridge.
Well, first of all, I think they're about 60 days late. Right now our traffic flow is about a little bit better going west than it was prior to the bridge closing. Slightly, a minute or two more, going on the east side.
But Block says issues still remain.
There are a lot of continuing impacts of the bridge closure. There are businesses in Wayland Square that have shut down because of the impact of all of this. And again, for those who live on the East Bay who are trying to come home at the end of the day, that ride is still particularly difficult.
And right now, Block tells me they have the funds to run these messages for a month, but he hopes with additional fundraising pushes, they can remain up through the year. Live in studio, Jake Holter, 12 News.
Now you're looking live at 195 near Gano Street. Of course, the familiar backups here, and 5+ months into the Washington Bridge breakdown, traffic remains an issue.
Now, critics of both the governor and RIDOT's responses to the situation have taken their message to the street, or rather above the street.
Jake Holter tells us about the digital billboard that'll be hard for drivers to miss while they're stuck in that traffic. Jake?
Yeah, Shannon and Mike, if you're headed west on 195, you might see the messages on a billboard to your left just before the Broadway exit, though the billboard is digital and the messages rotate with other advertisers. These messages, though, are paid for by the nonprofit Watchdog RI.
I think it's crucially important that we not let either the DOT or the governor's office off the hook.
Two-time candidate for governor and nonprofit Watchdog RI chairman Ken Block taking his gripe with the governor and DOT straight to the interstate. On Monday morning, disparaging messages critiquing their handling of the Washington Bridge breakdown are in the rotation of a digital billboard along 195 West.
This bridge disaster wouldn't be a disaster had the DOT maintained the bridge correctly and, more importantly, been aware that it was on the brink of failure.
When asked about the new billboard messages, Governor McKee had this to say.
Yeah, and I think the people who are trying to make something out of something that happened early in December and January, they're a little late, so I think they're probably wasting their money right now.
Block tells me the cost of a slot on the billboard is running him $9,000 a month. But he says it's imperative that the governor and DOT are held accountable, and these billboards help to keep the issue in the public consciousness.
As the state has really delayed addressing the question of responsibility and telling us how the bridge failure came to be in the first place, I realized that we had to keep the issue front and center because people get tired, their attention goes other places, and I didn't want to lose focus on getting the answers we need.
Block tells me they have the funds to run these messages for a month, but he hopes with additional fundraising pushes they can remain up through the year. Live in studio, Jake Holter, 12 News.